From Elbow-san's office. He's actually listening to the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack or something, I think. I think I changed him. He's a changed man. Are you listening to the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack?
It's new on Spotify.
Do you want me to sing it for you?
Hello everybody!
So you're for sure you're gonna tell me to hurry up. Good morning everybody and welcome to my messy bedroom. I am having a huge dilemma on what to wear because the problem is I really want to wear this hat, but I don't want to wear the t-shirt I got because it's a bit too cold, so I want to wear this turtleneck because I feel like it matches right. So I've got this, but the bottom part is not working out because it's my time of the month and I just feel bloated and gross and nothing fits properly. They're supposed to be high-waisted, but I feel like my stomach is a little bit more rounder, so it goes below my stomach, so it's not fitting properly, and then my stomach just like hangs over because, yeah. So this is my dilemma today. Most of the jeans I like right now are high-waisted, and the ones that will go with this are either high-waisted ones or overalls. I tried overalls too, but something about this outfit with overalls just doesn't really look right. So it needs to be high-waisted. So anyways, end result, I think I'm gonna go with these ones that just have to suck in my stomach all day. I had a good morning so far. I went to the gym. I always feel much better when I go to the gym first and start my day off like that. I went to the grocery store, got a lot of healthy food, stocked up the fridge on fruit and vegetables, so there's a lot of options. I had a good lunch, and I've already prepared dinner. I'm so happy to get that out of the way. My boyfriend wanted the vegetable soup again, so I've put everything in the crock pot and it's been cooking away for a while now. There it is, looking good. So I realized the mistake I made. I kept opening the lid last time to check on it, and you can't because it needs to like pressure cook and steam cook, so just don't open the lid. So yeah, I think this should be fine this time. I won't have to cook it for 18 hours. I won't feel sick after eating it. Although I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's really the soup that made me sick or maybe it was just flushing me out. Plus my period was coming, so it was just like a big mess down there. Oh God, what is the start of this vlog? I'm sorry. But the soup is fine because a lot of you guys are asking me, oh no, if I make your recipe, will I get sick? But no, the ingredients are fine. It's just vegetables. Like, it's not going to make you sick or anything. I think it was either the method I cooked it with, or it was something else, or a mixture of something, or something that's going on in my body. But I think your soup is going to be fine. It's really good. Don't let that discourage you from cooking it because it's so good. So today we are about to head out to go to the Tokyo Art Museum, International Art Museum, is it called? Tokyo International Art Museum? Tokyo National Museum. It's in Roppongi, and one of my favorite artists, what? The National Art Center Tokyo. It's in Roppongi anyways. But one of my favorite artists, Yayoi Kusama, is having a art exhibition there. You might be familiar with her as like the dotted artist. She does a lot of her artwork with a ton of dots, and it's super cool to see and really, really interesting. So we're gonna go check it out, and I can't wait to go to the gift shop too so that I can get a couple of things for my shelf. Okay, we're just walking up to the museum now. I did a little bit of research on Yayoi Kusama while we were in the car on the way here. She's actually 87 years old. She was born in Nagano, Japan, and then she moved to New York. Later, she moved back to Japan, and she's now living in Tokyo. She moved back, became a novelist, started dealing art, and then she closed that and she checked into a mental hospital where she lives until now. The dots she started, she said, when she was like 10 years old because she saw her mother's tablecloth and it had dots in it, and then she started to look up and see like hallucinations of dots everywhere. That's where she kind of got the idea, and so she started doing that at an early age. That's all I'm going to tell you for now, so we're going to head into the museum. titles here, and then I'm trying to think what they mean. Like, this is memories, memory of blossoming love. That's what this one is. A lot of them are about love, unbearable whereabouts of love. Give me love.
She's so teacher of love.
Yeah.
Always love, love, love.
Yeah. So it's recent, like 2013 through 2014. So she's like 85, 86 painting this.
She draws
a lot, yeah.
2013 or
well, she said if it's not for art, she would have killed herself by now. She struggles with depression and stuff, so I think this really occupies her mind. Shop now, and I really want these. They're so cute for the shelf. I have to say, these walls really speak to my soul and my inner struggles today. Alright, I got a giveaway. I'll show you guys when I get home. We're gonna head home now, right? I found friends. I'm gonna scare them. Hi, baby. Hey guys, I'm back home. If my hair looks wet, it is actually wet. The weirdest thing just happened. I was just going to the washroom, and suddenly the bum sprayer came out, and I had no idea because I didn't know I had pushed the button, because I had left a roll of toilet paper on the and I pushed against it, and then I guess it hit the bum sprayer button, and I had no idea I had hit it, so it came out and started spraying me everywhere, and I was completely shocked. And of course I jumped off the toilet, and so I just got soaked, and I just change my pants. So I'm gonna try and make this talk a little bit quick, but I want to turn on my camera. I'm gonna take a shower after this because I'm kind of covered in toilet water. But yeah, I want to kind of talk about today, because I didn't really get to say much and I didn't get to show much. A lot of the rooms you weren't allowed to film in. Yayoi Kusama is an artist that I really liked from the moment I saw her images, especially the dotted pumpkins. I always really loved those. However, I didn't really get much into her personal life or read much about her until today, before I went to the museum, and I'm so happy I did, because it made me appreciate the museum so much more. I'm not a person that really likes to go to museums. I just have a select few artists that I really enjoy their work, so then I'll go. Like today, she was one of them. So I knew I would enjoy it regardless, but I have to say, reading about them beforehand and kind of understanding their history and why they do the things they do really made it interesting. So I'm going to be doing that every time I go to museums. I want to learn as much as I can about the artists beforehand before I see their work. Obviously I've seen a lot of her work, but there's a lot I didn't see. So, what do I want to say about it? I feel like, yeah, I really got into her stuff. It just really made me think about life, I guess. A lot of the meanings behind her work and a lot of the titles had stuff to do with life and death and nightmares, and a lot of things had to do with darkness and death and suicide and obliteration. She likes to do things to the point where they're just out of her head, they're obliterated. So whether that's dots over and over and over again, or certain sculptures of apparently she's often quoted as saying, if it were not for art, I would have killed myself a long time ago. And in a lot of the opening thing I read before walking into the museum, she kept saying how art gives life meaning. So it started making me think about life and meaningfulness, and how a happy life or happiness is different from a meaningful life, because I feel like happiness just includes the happy, the good thoughts, the positive stuff, but a meaningful life includes everything, the negative parts, the hard-learned lessons, the really difficult experiences that you've come and overcome to live, those mixed with the positive stuff provides a foundation for a meaningful life. Because if you achieve something but you came from a hard and difficult past, it that achievement so much more meaningful and your life so much meaningful. So I think that when I look back on my life, I want a life that's meaningful, that has both ups and downs, and that I've done things that are meaningful to me. A lot of you guys write to me about like depression or some hard times you're going through in your life or you've been going through, and a lot of the times you guys don't even want to talk to anyone. You haven't told any of your family members, but you're telling me. And I think it's important to have an outlet, even if you can't talk to people. And I think even a lot of times when you do talk to people, I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to come down to yourself. You need to make yourself feel better, and in the end, you control your life. So there's only so much other people can do for you. So I think finding something that is really meaningful to you and that you're passionate about and that you love and do it more in your life is so, so important. And then that brings me to my next point. I think I haven't really addressed this, and I always get, pretty much every video, I get comments like, are you still modeling? Why aren't you working as much? You're going downhill. You used to do so much modeling. Now you're just staying at home, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everyone thinks that modeling was, not everyone, a select few think modeling was this top thing and this peak of my life, and now I'm just going downhill. But to me, it wasn't at all, and it's not. And I still do take select few jobs that are meaningful to me, but I'm not going to do catalogs every day that are meaningless and don't really help me in the future. Honestly, my life has I've never felt happier. I've never, felt that my life has so much meaning as it does now. I've never been able to connect with people all over the world, and I wouldn't be able to do it if I was just doing a regular modeling job every day. I wouldn't have my life on the internet. I didn't before when I was just modeling and not doing YouTube. And I'm so, so happy. I genuinely get excited every day to get out of bed and create something for you guys. And when you guys love it and you're like commenting and encouraging me, and it keeps me up at night. Like, I'll just stay up at night reading your comments or replying to you guys on Twitter, or just giggling to myself when you guys get me and you guys are laughing too. And I just feel like I have such this connection with you guys and such a connection with myself. I've never been more true to myself ever than I am right now. And at night, my boyfriend literally has to shut off my phone for me and tell me to go to sleep, or else I won't, because it just keeps me up because I'm excited, and I just like, my camera just died. But I guess what I'm trying to say is finding those things that are meaningful to you is really important in life, and do more of it. And it's even luckier if you're able to do that as your job, as if you're able to do your passions and your hobbies as a job. I'm so lucky that you guys have allowed me to do that and allowed me to create videos, which I genuinely enjoy doing for you as a job. And those meaningful things that create a successful or happy life, your own life, is for you to decide. People can't tell you what makes your life better or what makes your life more meaningful. It's for you to decide. And sometimes it takes time, and sometimes it takes change to find things, because I was happy modeling every day, but was I living a meaningful life? I don't know, that's questionable to me. And when I look at that artist, Yayoi Kusama, she's lived a really hard life, like abuse from her mother. She has several mental disorders, but art gives meaning to her life. And because of that, she's created these beautiful things for the world to share. And in that inspires so many people, including me tonight. Yeah, so I think that's what I want to leave you guys with today. Think about it. When you're 80, 90, 100, and you look back on your life, what would make a meaningful life to you? And whatever your answer is, start doing more of that now, or start taking the steps to get to that goal now. And don't let anyone stop you or tell you otherwise, or try to tell you you shouldn't do that or you're going downhill, because you know what? I'm only going up and forward. Alright guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna go and shower and get cleaned up. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'd like to know in the comments what you guys think is a meaningful life. I think that would create an interesting conversation, or things that you have really overcome, like darkness, how you overcame it, like maybe some creative outlet or ways you've you've learned to cope with it that in the end gave meaning to your life, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments, because I really want to read them, and I really want to get an interesting conversation going. And I know a lot of you guys struggle with these type of things, so I feel like we could help each other out and just talk to each other and find ways to cope. And yeah, I think it would start a good conversation. So yeah, let's do that in the comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Like a war, like a challenge game.
Oh,
so, like, say I play Kim, whoever, if you win, you go on to play Sunny, and then whoever wins is the #1 winner. And the #1 loser has to do something.
Okay, cool. I'm down for that.
Okay, so I was thinking I brought my Beauty and the Beast dress.